This is now the third time I'm recording this because one of the articles I was trying to read wouldn't load conveniently enough when I started recording. So, we're gonna try this again. I'm talking about the current situation with the California fires. Really quick, I just want to say before we begin, I hope that anybody living in California, anybody with family there, I hope you are all doing well. I hope, there's some kind of light at the end of the tunnel. Like, this is, again, all politics aside, this is people's lives. This is people's homes. And, yeah. Now, I've been doing research, and there's a lot of shady shit going on when it comes to the insurance, when it comes to just the overall severity of this situation. So, without further ado, I want to jump into this. I want to read these articles really quickly and then move on to uh, my thoughts that I've been having lately. And I want to hear in the comments down below whether you live in California or whether you live in wherever you live. I would like to hear your thoughts on what's going on. So, experts warn California homeowners insurance premiums could spike in wake of SoCal wildfires. Part of the governor's state of emergency includes an insurance non-renewal moratorium. The state insurance commissioner told our colleagues at KABC Wednesday that he's working on protecting homeowners in the affected areas from being dropped by their insurer for 1 year. It's raising serious questions about how these fires will influence California's growing insurance crisis. As we watch the devastating wildfires move through Los Angeles County, it's posing new threats to the state's growing insurance crisis, with more than 13,000 homes at risk. At risk, losses could approach at least $10 billion, according to preliminary estimates from J.P. Morgan Chase. This paired with concerns as the state is implementing a new reform plan that analysis say could raise insurance premiums by 40% on average. In fire-prone areas, the increase could go up to be more than 100%. That, to me, that's criminal, right? You're already paying whatever 40 to 60% on your taxes, whatever ridiculous state tax California has on top of federal tax. Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Laura spoke with our sister station KABC. We have been operating on a 20th century regulation for a 24th century problem. Like, what does that mean? What the fuck does that mean? It's not 24th century. It's a wildfire. It's weather. The shit has been around since the dawn of time. Commissioner Laura said, we need to make sure we allow them to use technology so we can better track and understand how these fires are reacting. But critics argue the reality of the new technology Commissioner Laura is talking about will only help insurers to raise rates with limited transparency, especially as these fires continue to impact the same area. Absolutely. Absolutely. They are trying to milk all the money they can. I'm gonna get into my theory after, but they are trying to paint the worst picture they can before January 20th. That is their goal. As far as increased writing in those areas, the goal has been set back here, said Amy Bach, Executive Director of United Policyholders. And these are some of the pictures. I've already went through them, but like, it's it's crazy, man. Like, you look at these fires, um, yeah, you gotta get the heroic firemen photos. Not just in the first responder, any first responder working on this. I commend your bravery and what you're doing, but for media, it's to make the media look good. Like, car destroyed. All these people now have no homes, probably no money now. This guy has a bag. Uh, that's Berkshire Hathaway Home Service Property Management Company, I think. Uh, these are brutal, man. On top of like the weather too, it's only making it worse. Man, brutal. That's probably a multi-million-dollar home right there, completely gone. There's a church on fire. More heroic firemen. I think that's a hell's on fire too. That beachfront property, that's a multi-million-dollar home down the Malibu, California. There's a satellite image of what's going on. Like, this is brutal, man. Yeah, same Malibu place. Like, this is looking like some type of shit you'd see in Walking Dead. Entire neighborhood right here completely flattened to the ground. Another picture of an entire neighborhood that's completely gone. It looks like you can see a few houses, I guess, but yeah, limiting access and raising concerns about costs affecting all of us. Bullshit! You're the media. You're the media. Whoever wrote this is getting a six-figure paycheck and all this shit. Well, clearly companies are going to ask for more for home insurance because they can, because our insurance commissioner just loosened all the regulatory rules conveniently right before that. Like, does that not set you off? Like, does that not like put something in your brain where it's like, oh, so I did all this right before the biggest fire in recent memory happens. You're gonna cancel premiums, you're gonna raise premiums. Interesting, interesting. Um, let's see. So they can ask for pretty much anything they want now, said Jamie Court, president of Consumer Watchdog. The commissioner's plan is implemented what is called a catastrophe modeling, which uses software algorithms to assess risks and make decisions on your coverage. Yeah, because we definitely trust software with what's going on, especially Tesla software. I'm gonna talk about that after. So anything from having a fire in your area to poor mitigation to lack of staffing at your local fire department, which they are laying off, they are shutting off and laying off firemen, closing down fire departments. They could all impact your ability to have coverage. It's an issue we're seeing in the Pacific Palisades and right here at home. The city of Oakland just announced they're going to close 5 fire stations because of their budget crisis. One of the many factors insurance companies consider in the data they access, right? So, what are we looking at for time here? We're at 10 minutes? Okay, I'm gonna power through this one. So, when I was originally trying to read my last article, I kept shutting off on me. So, hopefully this one doesn't do the same thing. So, State of California moves forward on home insurance rules. As for the California's Department of Insurance new sustainable insurance strategy, it sent into catastrophe modeling rules for legal review. Now, look at this date. Look at this date. November 19th, 2024. Keep that in mind. State insurance regulators have taken the next step in changing the rate making process for home insurance policies as the industry closes in another rate increase. The California Department of Insurance sent its final draft and rules using a new catastrophe model. The same thing that was referenced in that first article, remember, to the Office of Administrative Law for approval. The OAL ensures agency rules are legally valid. The move in the long battle to keep insurers from leaving California and ensuring homeowners would remain insured was billed as a history-making gesture according ahead of schedule. And 1 month before USAA policyholders started paying at least 20% more. So you have an additional 20% that they were being billed in November when this bill started. We're in the final stages of the biggest reform in more than 30 years. California Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara, the same person we've been talking about in the first article, said on a conference call Friday. We're in California. We don't shy away from first. The commissioner was referencing the balancing act of keeping insurance companies writing policies in California with easing the limits of Proposition 103, the Insurance Rate Reduction and Reform Act, which restricted property and casualty insurance rates. The rate making process now under review due by next April establishes a wildfire catastrophe model that essentially calculates insurance rates based on future projects. Currently, rates are set by evaluating historical data. The catastrophe model is a part of California's sustainable insurance strategy. Sustainable. Sustainable. Which overhauls the system that governs the insurance industry in the state. While we have much work ahead, this is bigger than all of us, said Eric Riggs, a Humboldt State Natural Resource and Sciences Chairman and Dean. California Poly Humboldt has led a strategy group of researchers and wildland fire experts to make recommendations to the insurance commissioner on steps to create the nation's first public wildfire catastrophe model. Ann Cope, chief engineer of the Insurance Institute for Business and Home Safety based in South Carolina, said California is on the right track behind the other sunshine states. Florida already has catastrophe modeling. It's absolutely trusted, she said, while California has destructive wildfires and flooding. Florida endures devastating hurricanes. Catastrophe modeling is a rate-making framework that insurance companies have endorsed, along with more flexibility to raise rates to cover natural disasters. In exchange for granted insurers' requests for higher rates, the state has leaned into a mandate under the reform for insurers to provide 85% coverage across the state's wildfire urban interference. The urban interference is considered a population region at risk. Also, under the deal, insurance companies will be asked to take over a primary portion of policyholders covered under the State Fair Plan, an insurance pool of last resort. The state is concerned that Fair Plan, which was not designated to handle the majority of coverage, will not be able to continue to manage these policies in devastating wildfire years. Years of catastrophic wildfires have included the 2014 Valley Fire in Lake County, the 2017 Tubbs Fire, and the 2018 Camp Fire in Butte County. Insurance companies, including major insurers, have started dropping out of the state and choosing to not renew policies. California's largest insurer, State Farm, in March, uh, announced in March it would not renew 30,000 policies for homeowners, renters, community associations, and business beginning July 3rd. In addition, it would drop commercial apartment coverage, affecting all 42,000 such policies. Consequently, the commissions approved a 20% rate increase for State Farm as others insurers followed suit. Hiking rates. The most recent insurer to seek a rate increase was USAA, known as the insurer for military members and their families. The parent company and its subsidiary was approved last month to raise rates by 25 to 40% on more than 200,000 homeowners and 30,000 plus condo owners in California. The rate change request was filed in April. Alright? So, we just read those two articles. This is not just raising rates to cover costs now. They're gonna raise them 40% before in November. Now you're gonna raise them 100% or more during the crisis in the state of California, which nobody can afford shit there. Nobody. You know, you see always influencers, you see always celebrities. The first thing I want to do is to move out to Hollywood, move out to LA, move out to California, live the big lifestyle. That influences other people to move to California, to, see their favorite celebrity, to make it in Hollywood. When we know only 0.00001% less than that of the world makes it in Hollywood. I don't have definitive proof that this is the work, like this is a conspiracy, but majority of wildfires are man-made. I'm not gonna name names, but I had a friend in school who lit a field on fire. Damage wasn't severe like this, but it was pretty decent, I would say. I honestly believe you factor in the Cybertruck attacks that happened, which that whole case, I didn't want to cover it at the time because I was covering the Diddy thing, and I don't want to cover bad topic after bad topic. I want to, throw some positivity out there. But this is, without a doubt in my mind, coordinated. California has some of the biggest bodies of water in America. And they already shut off power. They already shut off water occasionally on citizens to preserve energy, to preserve water. Like, this is corruption. I hit my filter. Sorry about that. There's no way around it. Like, rich people, they don't care. They're gonna get tax breaks anyways. Politicians, they're gonna get their tax breaks. They have plenty of money. Definitely no mysterious insider trading there. Nancy Pelosi became a multi millionaire by being a member in Congress. Nothing suspicious there. She's only worth almost $500 million. To me, this is trying to paint the worst picture they can. So come January 20th, when Trump gets in, you're gonna be like, oh my god, the country's worse off than ever. We got wildfires, we got insurance rates, we got all this. Why isn't Joe Biden saying anything? Why isn't Kamala Harris saying anything? Why isn't anybody in power saying anything right now? And why is it that in November of last year now, they raised all of these premiums by 40%? On top of now another 40% to 100% raise. Like, dude, this is corruption. This is corruption. Let me know in the comments, what do you think about these fires? And what do you think about these insurance companies doubling down on raising premiums? Like I said, I really hope it works out for anybody affected by this in California and in the neighboring states. Like, I mean, I live in Alberta, but I guarantee you that smoke is gonna travel up here. But I kind of went off. Like I said, I want to hear what you think. I genuinely want to hear what you guys think. And yeah, man. There's something fishy about this shit. There really is. Later.